Hello, good morning students. How are you? Today I will discuss some numerical problem based on error. Our first numerical is two resistances R1 is equal to 100 plus minus 3 ohm and R2 is equal to 200 plus minus 4 ohm are connected in series. What is their equivalent resistance? Two resistances R1 is equal to 100 plus minus 3 ohm and R2 is equal to 200 plus minus 4 ohm. Now we know the formula of series combination of the resistance. When two resistances R1 and R2 are connected in series, then their equivalent resistance R is equal to R1 plus R2. That is R is equal to R1 plus R2. This is my question first. Now what is the value of R1? 100 plus minus 3 ohm plus R2 200 plus minus 4 ohm. Now we can write this 100 plus 200 plus minus 3 plus 4 ohm. Then it become 300 plus minus 7 ohm. 300 plus minus 7 ohm. This is my first question. Now second question. This is first question. Second question is what is the second question? The temperature of two bodies measured by thermometer are T1 is equal to 220 degree centigrade plus minus 0.5 degree centigrade and T2 is equal to 50 degree centigrade plus minus 0.5 degree centigrade. Calculate the temperature difference and error therein. Here given T1, temperature T1 is equal to 20 degree centigrade plus minus 0.5 degree centigrade. T2 is equal to 50 degree centigrade plus minus 0.5 degree centigrade. You have to calculate temperature difference and error therein. Temperature difference delta T is equal to T2 minus T1. Delta T is equal to T2 minus T1. What is the value of T2? That is 50 degree centigrade plus minus 0.5 degree centigrade minus T2 and T1 20 degree centigrade plus minus 0.5 degree centigrade. We can write it 50 minus 20 degree centigrade plus minus 0.5 degree centigrade plus 0.5 degree centigrade. Then it become 30 degree centigrade plus minus 1.0 degree centigrade. 30 degree centigrade plus minus 1 degree centigrade. Now third question is the length and breadth of a rectangle. The length and breadth of a rectangle are 5.7 plus minus 0.1 centimeter and 3.4 plus minus 0.2 centimeter. Calculate area of the rectangle. We know area of the rectangle is equal to length into breadth. This is second question. This is second question. Now third question is length of the rectangle is given. Length is equal to 5.7 plus minus 0.1 centimeter and breadth is equal to 3.4 plus minus 0.2 3.4 plus minus 0.2 centimeter. We know area of the rectangle, area is equal to length into breadth, that is 5.7 into 3.4. When we multiply it, we get 19.38 and write it to one decimal places or 19.4 centimeter square. Now delta A upon A is equal to delta L upon L plus delta B upon B. What is the here area? Since area is equal to length into breadth, then only delta is equal to delta L upon L plus delta B upon B into area. Area, that is length into breadth. Now we will put the value. This is L plus minus delta L. This is B plus minus delta B. Then what is the value of delta L? 0.1 upon L 5.7 plus delta B 0.2 upon B 3.4 into L into B. L into B, what is the value of L into B? 19.4 into 19.4. When we solve it, we get 0.1019 plus 0.059 into 19.4. This become 1.4 47. Rounded up it to the 1 decimal places, it become 1.5. Thus area is equal to 19.4 plus minus 1.50 centimeter square. This is our third question. Now we will solve next question, question number 4. Question 4. The resistance R is equal to V upon I, where R is equal to 100 plus minus 5 and I is equal to 10 plus minus 0.2. Find percentage error in R. Resistance is given that R is equal to V upon I, and what is the value of V? V is equal to 100 plus minus 5 and I is equal to 10 plus minus 0.2. Now, since percentage error, we have percentage error in V. First we find percentage error in V. 5 upon 100 into 100. This become 5. Similarly, percentage error in I. Percentage error in I, 0.2 upon 10 into 100, that is 20 upon 10 is equal to 2%. Now percentage error in R. Percentage error in R, that is delta R upon R into 100 is equal to delta V upon V into 100 plus delta I upon I into 100. Now we will put the value. Then delta R upon R into 100 is equal to delta V upon V, that is 5%, plus delta I upon I into 100, 2%. Thus percentage error in resistance. Percentage error in resistance is 7%. Percentage error in resistance is 7%. Now we will solve next question, question 5. Our next question is, the next question, if the errors involved in the measurements of a side and mass of a cube are 3% and 4% respectively, what is the maximum permissible error in the density of the material? If error involved in the measurement of a side we can suppose L L equal to 3% and side and mass M, that is 4%. What is the percentage? What is maximum permissible error in the density of material? We know density is equal to mass upon volume, and volume is equal to side cube. Then density is equal to mass upon volume. Suppose density is represented by rho and mass is m, and volume is equal to side cube, that is L cube. Now we will find percentage error in density. Percentage error in density, that is delta rho upon rho into 100 plus equal to delta m upon m into 100 plus 3 delta L upon L, into 100. This become delta rho upon rho into 100 is equal to delta m upon m, that is 4% plus 3 into L. Thus it become delta rho upon rho into 100 is equal to 4 plus 9, that is 13%. This is the solution of this problem, 13%. Now we will solve next question, question number 6. Our next question is question number 6. The error in the measurement of radius of a sphere is 2%. The error in the measurement of radius of a sphere is 2%. That is, it is given delta r upon r into 100 is equal to 2%. What would be the error in the volume of sphere? We know volume of sphere. Can you tell me what is the volume of sphere? 4 upon 3 pi r cube. 4 upon 3 pi r cube. That is V is equal to, ignore 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Now percentage error in volume, delta V upon V into 100 is equal to 3 delta R upon R into 100. Now given that percentage error in radius, that is delta R upon R into 100 is equal to 2%. Percentage error in radius is 2%. Now percentage error in volume, that is 3 into 2, that is 6%. This is the percentage error in volume. Percentage error in volume is equal to 6%. Now the next question, the percentage error in the measurement of mass and speed. The percentage error in the measurement of mass and speed is 2% and 3% respectively. How much will be the maximum error in the estimate of kinetic energy obtained by measuring mass and speed? The next question is the percentage error in the measurement of mass. Percentage error in the measurement of mass is 2%. That is delta m upon m into 100 is 2%, and speed, percentage error in the speed is 3%. That is delta v upon v into 100 is equal to 3%. You have to find percentage error in the kinetic energy. We know the formula of kinetic energy. Kinetic energy K is equal to half mv square. Now we will ignore 1 upon 2. Then we will find percentage error in kinetic energy. That is delta K upon K into 100 is equal to delta m upon m into 100 plus 2 delta v upon v into 100. Now delta m upon m into 100, 2% plus 2 into delta v upon v into 100, 3%. It becomes 2 plus 6, that is 8%. This is the percentage error in the kinetic energy. Next question, question number 7. Our next question is find the relative error in Z. Find relative error in Z if Z is equal to, here Z is equal to a power 4 b power 1 by 3 upon c d power 3 by 2. We have to find relative error in Z. Relative error in Z, that is delta Z upon Z is equal to 4 delta A upon A plus 1 upon 3 delta B upon B plus delta C upon C plus 3 by 2 delta D upon D. This is the relative error in Z. Now next question, question number 8. Our next question, question number 8. A physical quantity x is given by x is equal to a square b power 3 upon c under root d. If percentage error in the measurement of a, b, c and d are 4%, 2%, 3% and 1% respectively, then calculate percentage error in x. Now a physical quantity x, given that x is equal to a square b power 3 upon C under root D. Percentage error in A, B, C, D is 4%, 2%, 3% and 1%. Now percentage error in X is given by percentage error in X is given by percentage error in X is given by delta X upon X into 100 is equal to 2 delta A upon A into 100 plus 3 delta B upon B into 100 plus delta C upon C into 100 plus 1 upon 2 delta D upon D, delta D upon D into 100. Now percentage error in A is 4%, that is 2 into 4 plus 3. Percentage error in B is 2%, 2 plus percentage error in C 3% plus 1 upon 2 percentage error in D is 1% into 1. This become 8 plus 6 plus 3 plus 0.5. This become 17.5%. Percentage error in X is 17.5%. Now we will solve question number 9. The next question is question number 9. The period of oscillation of a simple pendulum is T is equal to 2 pi under root L by G. Measure value of L is 20 centimeter, known to 1 millimeter. Accuracy and time for 100 oscillation of the pendulum is found to be 90 seconds using a wrist watch of 1 second resolution. What is the accuracy in the determination of G? Now what is given? We know the time period for a simple pendulum T is equal to 2 pi under root L upon G. Now what is given? Length 20 centimeter and delta L is equal to 1 millimeter. When we convert into centimeter, it becomes 1 upon 10 centimeter, that is 0.1 centimeter. And time for 100 oscillation. Time for 100 oscillation is 90 seconds. And delta T is equal to 1 second. Now it is given that t is equal to 2 pi under root L by G. First we will square on both sides. Then it become t square is equal to 4 pi square L upon G. This implies G is equal to 4 pi square L upon T square. Now we will find percentage error in G. Question percentage error in G, that is delta G upon G into 100, and we will ignore 4 pi square and ignore it. It become delta L upon L into 100 plus 2 delta T upon T into 100. Now we will put the value. Delta L is 0.1 centimeter. That is delta G upon G into 100 is equal to 0.1 upon L 20 centimeter plus 2 delta T. What is the value of delta T? This is delta T. 2 into 1 upon T 100 into upon 90 into 100. Thus this become, we will solve it, 0.1 upon 20 into 100 into 100 into 100 plus 2 into 1 upon 90 into 100. Then it become 10 upon 20 plus 200 upon 90, that is 0.5 plus 2.22, that is 2.57. 2.72. This is approximately equal to 3%, approx. This is the percentage error in acceleration due to gravity. Now we will discuss what is the limitations of dimensional formula. What is the limitations of dimensional formula? Limitations of the dimensional analysis. What are the limitations of the dimensional analysis? Limitations of dimension analysis. What is the limitations of the dimension analysis? This method does not give gives any information about the dimensionless constant k. This method does not give any importance about the dimensionless constant k. This is the first drawbacks of the dimensions. What is the first drawback? This method does not give any information about dimensionless constant k. And second, it fails when a physical quantity depends on more than 3 physical quantity. Second one is, it fails when a physical quantity depends on more than 3 physical quantity. Now, the third limitation of the dimension is, it fails to derive relationship which involve trigonometric function or logarithm or exponential function. Third limitation is, it fails to derive relationship which involve trigonometric function, logarithmic function and exponential function. Thank you.